Hey guys, happy Thursday. It's MJ. I am going to do my Dexcom today, but I'm also going to do my pump site. Had a nice big salad for lunch, so that's exciting. Just kidding. Here again, just taking my Dexcom off. You saw it, I just like peeled it off. Sometimes it leaves a little residue from the tape, but that will come off with alcohol very easily. And then my pump site is right below my panty line, so I'm gonna unplug it, and then when I pull that off, I just take it off as well. No harm, no foul. Changing from my right side to my left side. Gonna unclick this guy. Let's see. Today, I got an email from a wonderful woman, a new friend of mine. Her 7-year-old is living with diabetes, which is pretty young with the little ones. But she had a question about, here's my Dexcom. My friend who emailed me had a question about her friend's teenage daughter and how hard with a teenager and all their little rebellions, and her teenager isn't like taking care of herself because of, I actually don't know these people, so I don't know the reason why the teenager isn't taking care of herself. But I will say that when I was a teenager, it was hard because my frontal lobe was still developing, and while parents of teenagers sometimes forget themselves being a teenager, as the parent of that child, they're going through a developing time that's very similar to your toddler. So while your toddler is like super cute, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, going to, oh, okay, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Push it in, pull it out. That totally didn't hurt. So teenagers, unlike toddlers, aren't as cute, and they have a lot more attitude, and they also think that they know everything. So raising teenagers isn't easy at all, but what I've learned in working with them and being friends with them at different times of my life, they're pretty smart people, and often while their lobe is developing in their brain, they really do want to learn like new stuff. So the rebellion often comes out because there's not like a healthy way to release feelings. So if you as a parent feel somewhat frustrated by diabetes, and you don't even have it, imagine what your child might feel like. But because they're still developing their brain, they don't really have the way to release that kind of stuff. Getting ready for this guy. I prefer the pink ones. So yeah, the teenagers don't have a healthy release. They need to be taught that. Like, how do you deal with anger? Do you like to drink alcohol, or do you like to vent to your friends? Like, they like to vent to their friends too, but they don't really have the luxury of, losing themselves in substances or whatever. Some of them want to experiment with that because they just want to escape some of the feelings. So while it's incredibly frustrating, 1, 2, 3, as a parent of a child with diabetes, it's your responsibility to teach them how to deal with uncomfortable feelings like anger or anxiety or fear. I mean, these kids are just trying to grow up, and the more that they know that they can be healthy and manage whatever cards life has dealt with them, all the feelings are important. Good ones, happy ones. Of course, we wish that those were the all-the-timers, but, it's pretty real to be angry or frustrated But if you as a parent are always leading with your anger and frustration or whatever, stress, struggle, sometimes you're not giving your wild little teenager even the room to like express what they're feeling. And then they're going to just keep on doing things that, you know, look unhealthy until they learn what being healthy is. It's like our responsibility. It might take a few extra minutes, like get off your phone, hang with your kid. Like, I don't know what the deal is. I'm not trying to tell people what to do, but I think your kids are awesome and they're rad little people. And this is hard. You just watched me pierce my skin twice. None of my friends, when I was a teenager, had to do this. It wasn't until I went to camp and I met a bunch of other rad people living with type 1 diabetes that after getting through my own weird feelings and feeling like I could get them out with a mental health professional, some exercise, some hobbies. I got a new keyboard right there because I'm going to start learning to play piano. We need outlets. We're just like everybody else, but like don't dominate the feelings. Give your child some space to feel whatever they feel. And then go cry in your bedroom with your friends or your husband. We're going to get through it, but I'm just trying to help set the tone here. It's not easy for anybody, so let's help raise these young ones so that they know that they can do anything and that you actually believe that. While you're raising young adults, you're not alone, but don't forget to use the love, the love that you had for that little nugget when they were like teeny and helpless, just because they're growing up and they're wild. They need it just as much. Love you guys.